Hi, and welcome to today's session. It's me, Leslie Strachan. I'm currently in a changing room on my Baroque summer school, so apologies for the virtual background. It's actually a real one. So today we're going to have a look at success principle, which is called ask, ask, ask. It's a very short word, ask, isn't it? And it's something that we actually forget to do from time to time. And sometimes we actually get demoralized with actually having to think about it as well. So today we're going to practice this. And at any point during the video, I actually want you to stop and think about what you could ask for. So let's move on pretty quickly, and we will start having a look at success principle number 17. Remember, if you haven't got the book called The Success Principles by Jack Canfield, please do get it. It goes into a lot greater depth. Or alternatively, sign up for my entire course, which you'll hear about at the end. Amazing. So my question to you, and even to myself on a frequent basis, is, are you holding yourself back by not asking? And this could be asking for anything. And I'll give you some examples in a second. On the summer school, there was a really, really fantastic book that I wanted to get. And a lady said to me, "Oh, I've got 2 editions of those." But she didn't say anything more. And I thought, oh, I wonder whether she'd want to sell it or not. So I could have walked away. But instead, I decided to ask her. And I said, "Natalie, I know you've got 2 of those books, special edition number 10. Would you be happy to sell one to me and ship it over from Germany?" And I thought, oh, that's a bit brave and a bit forward. But in the end, she said, yes, she'd be prepared to do that. And what a shame it was that she didn't know, because she could have put it in a suitcase to bring over from Germany to England. So I thought, yes, win. Now, it doesn't always happen that way. Sometimes people will say no, and we're going to go and have a look at that in a minute. So the ability to use success principle number 17 to ask, is one of the most powerful tools in the world. Most successful people will ask for help. So how do you ask for help? Now, some people might say, well, I don't know what you're talking about, Leslie. That's ridiculous. We ask for help all the time. But do you? Because sometimes there are some common reasons why you and I are actually afraid to ask for help. So there's this fear of vulnerability, that you don't really feel sure of yourself. And, oh, I couldn't possibly ask that. What would they say? Well, the answer is yes or no. And the second one applies to me in particular, about being strongly independent. I can do all this. I don't need any help. But for the most of us, at some point in time, we will need some help. And the next one is the perceived burden, that you're burdening other people with your problems. But there are more people with problems out there that are probably worse than yours or less than yours. And sometimes people actually are really happy to help. And the one we were talking about earlier is the fear of rejection. What if they say no? That'll be awful. But the truth of the matter is that for every no, there's the opportunity for somebody else to say yes. So I don't want you to get demoralized by thinking that people actually don't want to help you. It's probably wrong time, wrong place, all those sorts of issues that come along. And then there's a social stigma that you can't be seen to be asking for help. And amongst different cultures, that's really quite important. And the next one is about overestimating your own competency. I can deal with this. I know what to do. And it's really difficult, because sometimes you don't know what to do, and seeking an expert's help on this, whether it be a solicitor or a lawyer, an accountant, your line manager, anybody, it really doesn't matter who it is. You are competent, all of you are competent, but there comes a point when you actually need to ask for help to improve your own competencies. So try and reverse psychology yourself. And it also might be that you've had previous negative experiences, that somebody said no to you. You can't have that pay rise. No, you can't go on that holiday. No, you can't have that promotion, anything like that. So you get used to people saying no. I was working with a lady recently who'd had 5 interviews set up, and all of them were a no. Now, the precious bit about this is that for every no along the way, she's gaining experience by attending those interviews, working hard on the presentation, owning the room, and one day somebody will say yes, and it will be the best move ever. So if you get a no from a job, there are various reasons why that would be. Don't take it to heart. You just say to yourself, next, and the next interview or the next thing that comes along, somebody will say yes. So here's a really good book. We've talked about The Success Principles by Jack Canfield. I love this book too, called The Aladdin Factor, How to Ask for What You Want and How to Get It. It's an amazing book, and it will walk you through how to ask for what you want. And I actually want you to practice, well, first of all, get this book. And secondly, practice writing out, if you want to, how to ask for what you want. And I think you'll find that once you practice several times in front of a mirror, it actually becomes much easier for you. So there are lots of different principles, really key stuff for asking for what you want. And you need to have the courage, whether you actually have the courage or you have to pretend, it really doesn't matter. So you need to ask as if you expect to get it. I do a nice little thing in the classroom with students, and I hold up £5 and I say, who wants this? And everyone puts their hands up and go, me, 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 me. But really, they're not really expecting to get it, because they've been conditioned. Somebody's offering me money, so that can't be right, can it? And I wait and I wait and I wait until says, who is prepared to come and ask me for this £5? And then you'll get 2 or 3 people out of 50 who dash to the front of the room and say, can I have that £5? And go, yes, you can. I could say no, but I didn't. So please assume that you can, in spite of the fact that some people will say no. Ask someone who can give it to you. So if you are studying, for example, at university, and you have family at home and kids at home, this is a real story, by the way. One of my ladies actually went home and she said, I need some hours to study. Here's a rota for the week. You're all in charge of tidying your bedrooms, putting the washing on. Somebody's going to make dinner one night. And she was astounded it actually worked. It might not have, but the moral of the story is, if you don't ask, you don't get, do you? And you need to be clear and specific about what you want. Right, David, tonight, as my husband, you wouldn't say that obviously, I would like you to make main course dinner ready for me coming in. I'm going to the library for a couple of hours. Can we have dinner on the table at 7:30? Is that okay with you? And then ask repeatedly, David, would you mind doing that every Thursday? And so it gets into a routine, and especially with students and teenagers as well, it gives them some active responsibility, and they actually like it, strangely enough. Yeah, you're going to get the teenagers who say no, but that's not the point. You have nothing to lose by asking and everything to gain by asking. So today, right now, right this minute, while you're watching this video, what will you ask for this week? Note it down somewhere, practice it if you need to, and then pick one way of reducing that fear. What if I can't? What if they say no? And put that aside, practice it. So if you say to somebody, oh, David, can you make dinner tonight? And he says no, because I'm going to the golf club. You say, okay, can you make it tomorrow night then? And work through those fears until you get a yes. I want you to practice it every single day. It doesn't matter what it is, just practice something every day. And in the mirror, if you feel that would improve your confidence. So what's next? Thank you so much for joining me for these weekly moment life coaching workshops. I really do appreciate you being here and watching these videos. The next steps for you, if you're a careers leader, someone in entrepreneurship, working with students in schools, colleges or universities, please book an exploratory call. There's no pressure. We can chat about what potentially your staff and your students are experiencing right now, and I can just see if we can help each other, because my role is to help careers leaders, employability departments, apprenticeship programs, to enable the students to find out what they want to be, do, and have. As a result, staff and other individuals make progress too. If you're a single individual and you want to sign up for my life coaching course, it's a hybrid course online, and you get your one-to-one sessions with me. Have a look at this course on Lesley's School at Thinkific. It's called Get What You Want. Have a look around there, then book an exploratory call. Let's chat about whether I can help you or not. Okay, so again, I've been LesleyStrachanCoaching. Thank you for joining me. There are all my social media channels. The book called The Ultimate Guide for Parents, How to Help Your Kids Become Self-Confident and Happy is available there. And so with that, I shall say goodbye for today, and I will see you next week. See you later.